Callaway have launched their new golf clubs for 2025 and it's ELYTE. I'm not just saying that, that's actually the name of the new Callaway range, ELYTE. Which means in today's golf video, we are going inside the golf bag to find out what my new driver of 2025 is gonna be. Today, we say goodbye to my AI Smoke Max and we'll be introducing one of the new ELYTE golf drivers from Callaway. Not only am I visiting Callaway HQ for this golf club fitting video, but throughout the video, we're going to be learning what the new ELYTE drivers have to offer, as there's a range of 3 different head designs. I'll also be testing shafts for all the shaftoids out there to see how good the new range of ELYTE drivers actually perform. Now, in the comments down below, what driver do you think I'll end up with in my golf bag? And if you do comment, you are subscribed to the channel and you hit the thumbs up button, you could be in with a chance of winning your own ELYTE driver fitted by the guys at Callaway. So come on, hit that subscribe button and comment down below and hit that like button. Let's get into the video.
So I've hit some with mine.
Yep.
And now we're going to compare and test to the new one. Are we going to go through all the heads, or is it
I think we
just
should.
the one?
I think we should. While you're here, I think let's the same loft as you're currently playing, because you've got AI Smoke. You've got the Max model AI Smoke, but I was saying everything quite neutral, neutral standard. We're going to go straight into the new ELYTE. So this is the new weapon here. We're going to start off on that one. We are going to try all 3 while you're here.
Okay.
You've driven a long way to see us, so let's go all 3 models, right? We know one of them is going to go in your bag, but I think it's important just to try all 3.
Awesome.
And then I'll take you through the tech in them and all the new stuff as we go through.
Excellent.
I think for now, let's just get you straight out. We're going to use your shaft. So you've got, this is the Ventus TR Black we fit you into previously.
Yeah.
So let's just chuck that in and do a side-by-side
9-degree standard.
9 degree.
So less adjustable on here. So it's more setting in 3 spots.
Yeah.
So talk us through this one while you're...
We've come away from APW. So this is our adjustable perimeter way. Now we've just got 3 locked-in positions. So we print fade neutral bias on there. Again, for us, it's looking at strike and ball flight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But again, just more static positions, so we don't have to move it around too much. We want lock this in at a fitting for our golfers, and then
I quite like that. For tinkerers, like it stops them a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little anti-tinker.
And it's also just super simple. You want to move the weight there. Like you with the other one, it's like, oh, shall I move it here or here? Just move it there.
Yeah, we kind of had every few millimeters there was a dot, and pick how many dots do you want to move. So just thought we'd simplify things out. It's, you know, definitely the way our game is going in terms of golf. We want to just simplify things out.
I like the green.
Send you out there and hit bombs.
Green,
I love the green. It's very Callaway green. I'm a big fan of it.
Let me hit it. Let me hit it. So straight away when I put it down, shape looks a little different.
Yeah.
Is that something that's changed?
Yeah, so we've refined the top line a little bit. We've made the crown slightly bigger.
Yeah.
Also a new material going in there as well. So we've talked quite a lot over the last few years about it's called triaxial carbon. We're now in something called thermoforged carbon. So it's a lot, I know, right?
Sounds sexy.
Big word. It's not only great sounding, but it's in terms of the product, it makes it more stable, makes it faster, more aerodynamic as well. So moving into thermoforged now. So again, just evolving it constantly, right? We've used triaxial for a long time. So thermoforged now, it's delivering us faster clubhead speeds, faster ball speeds. So it's really an aero story. And then the new matte finish on top.
Yeah, I was going to say matte finish compared to the shiny gloss on the other one. And it's funny, isn't it, when you change the top? It's like, oh, I like the matte now, and then next year it'll be glossy again. I think, oh, I like the gloss, but
which do you prefer? Just looking at them.
I think they both look good. I like that you can see the carbon in both the Smoke and the ELYTE, but I think there's more definition between the darker front crown compared to the matte finish on the top there, and it sort of stands out. You can really see that chevron on the top as well, which is nice. Oh, that could have gone, I reckon. That was high out the middle.
That was vertically and horizontally 1 mil from the centre.
That was perfect.
We'll call that A1, shall we?
Yeah.
172 ball there.
Hitting that, sound-wise, I feel like Callaway, you have nailed sound since Epic as well. I know I mentioned Epic with the colour, but like since Epic, the sound of any of them that come out, I'm never like, oh god, that's horrible. It's like nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. face has changed again? More computer loving?
Yeah, we obviously AI is a big part of it for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, using the 10x face there to give more sweet spots, more control points.
Yeah.
What that's done for us is been able to use 10 times the amount originally from our smoke. So
Wow.
tuning is a big part of it, right? Sound is feel, and
Yeah.
I think also with that new thermoforged carbon as well, it definitely changes the sound a little bit. So
Amazing.
Big fan of, in terms of just not only the ball speed and performance, we know that's in there from robot testing, but it's really interesting to get your feedback on how it feels off strike, right? Off center hits. We saw that one a second ago was right plumb in the middle.
Like generally, when I hit a shot, I can feel where the ball comes off anyway, but like it's interesting. I'm looking at the numbers straight away.
Yeah.
And I'm going, the one before or the two before that one have been low off the face, and I see 169, and I just think, oh, that's quite fast for that strike, because I know what I'm kind of expecting off certain parts of the face. And that one there, that was, what did you say, a millimetre off?
1 millimetre off. It was 1 millimetre above the centre of the club face.
Oh, God, get better.
Really, yeah.
But yeah, it's that speed off certain strikes is pretty impressive, isn't it? Now that I would say is my normal strike, more toe side.
Yeah, you were saying before, slightly toe side is a favourite for you.
Yeah, and that one I can get it really turning left. So if that's something that we can have a look at today, and maybe put something in my hands that if it does have that on it, it doesn't do it as much.
I think what we'll do now is we'll try ELYTE X.
X.
Right.
What's different?
So this is ELYTE X. This is our draw bias model.
Okay.
So when we had Paradigm and then Paradigm X. We moved into Max D again with AR Smoke. We've gone back into ELYTE XS. So we have our neutral weight and we just have a draw weight. So there's no fade weight at the top here.
Okay.
Be interested to get your feedback on this when you put it in play position, because we haven't made it as upright as before. So we've got a draw bias model with all the draw technology in there, but we haven't just uprighted the lie angle on this just to correct. So
it's a bit squarer.
It sits a bit squarer. It is a shot corrector driver, but it's also very, very good driver if people just want to turn the ball over. So let's say if someone's hitting the ball right down the middle every single time, but they want to see 5 to 10, maybe a little bit more yards of draw, this model's going to be great for them. So I'd be interested to see for you who doesn't really like to see it go too much left. I'd be interested to see when you put this down, your thoughts on that. So.
Oh, that's as square as the normal, isn't it? That doesn't even have a hint of toe inness, I would say. That's like very appealing. And I think sometimes when you see drivers that do hood in a lot, it can also make golfers stop it from doing what it's meant to do. Like if they just swung how they meant to, it would work. But because they see a face that's toed in massively, they then all of a sudden, again, you override stuff. And they start to hit their massive slice and go, oh, what's going on?
Definitely a natural tendency to do that, for sure.
There's no like sense of me wanting to do that at all. That's so square. That's interesting.
All right, well, let's see you hit a few here. We've got some numbers on your club face and everything, so let's see if there's any change.
Yeah, when I hit my usual spot on the face, they seem to be three on top of each other there.
Middle of the face, just out towards the toe.
Yeah. And like 290 odd carries.
Now it's time for Triple Diamond. So, like I said before, you're playing the standard model. Triple Diamond does return this year, so very similar weight setup front and back. It's a slightly smaller head with a slightly deeper face. So let's compare Triple Diamond to the other two. Now, knowing that you don't like seeing the ball go too far left, what I don't want to do is go, well, just play the fade model, right? Like we're just talking about with the draw model. So let's just do a ball speed test. Let's have a look. Knowing where you strike from on a good shot, which is, as we saw, very, very central. And let's see what happens if we do give you a slightly open face driver.
Okay. And will this sit square, or is this going to look a little bit open, or shall I wait and see?
I think we'll wait and see. I don't want to tell you what you're about to see.
Okay, cool. The shape is visibly different than the other two. Like putting the other two down, I couldn't really tell if I had an X or a standard in my hands, but now the shape's different, and obviously we've got a big black gloss top on this one, so that obviously you can see it's different. But if it was designed the same as the other two with the matte finish on the top, the shape I would be able to see is different on that one. Definitely a deeper face, not as stretch back. Very pretty still though, isn't it? Again,
yeah,
it's
I
like
like that this year we've gone into 2 different finishes on the crown,
Yeah.
right? And we're leaning towards a bit more of that carbon chassis on this one. So a bit more premium componentry in there. Like I said, much more of a sort of gloss finish on the crown there. So it's not as that matte finish with the sort of exposed carbon in the other 2 models.
Yeah.
Like I said, smaller head, deeper face. So just a bit more traditional side. Obviously going to be very popular on tour. But interested to see what kind of ball speed you get from this.
So who do I need to speak to have this shape with the matte finish on the top?
Oh, that's interesting.
And a chevron. I do like a chevron.
You do like? Okay.
I do, yeah.
If that's one thing that we've gone back and forth on,
Yeah.
especially with tour players, a chevron on, chevron off, seems to be right down the middle.
Is it?
Everyone we've asked. So, yeah, maybe we have a version with, version without.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's just because I've had it for so long that or whether it's just a setup thing. When I put the club behind the ball, I know where, I should know where the middle of the face is. Like,
Yeah,
golf long enough.
You're going to know, yeah, from heel to toe, you're going to know where the middle is.
Yeah.
But if you've had a chevron for a long time,
Yeah,
especially in AI Smoke and previous models that you played, they've all had chevrons.
yeah,
And then we just take it away.
yeah.
You're definitely going to notice. I reckon if you played 5 rounds, you may be like, I know where the middle of this face
Yeah,
is.
exactly. Yeah,
That's what you're comfortable with, right?
I'm sure that if you did a massive test with a chevron or not, it would make no difference. But like just in here, it kind of is making a difference.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if you played 9 holes.
Yeah.
And then 9 holes, one with, one without.
Yeah.
I wonder what your ball speed and your score would be.
Exactly.
Absolutely the same.
Yeah, it would average out very similar, I reckon. That's my toe.
Okay.
That hasn't drawn as much, has it? No, it hasn't. Or has
That's
it?
drawn 10 yards.
Oh,
We're upwards of 25 to 30 before. And I would
170.
arguably say that's your toeiest strike so far.
is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's out there. That's
Ah,
out on the peninsula.
what's that, like 15 out on the right? Or
17,
more?
that one.
Oh, God.
17.
But look at that, 170 ball.
I wouldn't usually shout out someone's strike location mill to mill, but just for a point of reference, really, is from the very centre of that face,
Yeah.
you're 17 millimetres towards the toe.
Yeah,
So
so
we'll call that a toe strike.
Yeah.
296 carry, 170 ball, 315 total. So that's your second longest drive so far.
it's funny, when I come to things like this, I always feel like I try and predict something that I'm going to end up with. So I'll tell you what I think at the end, so it doesn't influence stuff. But
Well, as we've learned over the last couple of sessions,
Yeah.
we've learned a lot. And things change.
yeah. Perhaps I just need to get better as well. Oh, hello.
Golf shot.
Yeah, I definitely feel with this one that there's a potential that there'll be a right miss more than the left. I feel like with the others that, again, I could be just thinking this in my head more, but there might be more of a right stuff here. But if that is the case, and I know that,
Yeah.
and I can aim slightly different because I'm not changing anything between these 3 heads. I'm just setting up like I normally do and
Yeah. Stock swing.
swinging how I swing basically. So
Well, let's crunch
what's
some numbers.
happening?
Let's crunch some numbers, shall we? So let's do the good numbers to start with. So I think if we do carry, so the stack on the left, I'm just looking at your average carry. So current driver 281.5 as AI Smoke. Elite is 285.4, 284.5 on Elite X, and then Triple Diamond is 291. So there is a carry story there. Like you're saying, it's interesting. You said a second ago you didn't really tell the difference between standard and X. It's also neither really can the computer when you're hitting them. Triple Diamond is a bit of a standout. So if I just run through some numbers here, so average ball speed on AI Smoke is 166. We saw an immediate increase. We went to just under 170 in Elite. So we've seen on Robot and the testing that we've done with player testing so far, taking data from fitting events and also robot testing in Carlsbad, we've seen about a 2.5 mile an hour average increase. You out the top of that quite nicely.
Yeah.
We're cruising at 170 now. So like I was saying, your carry goes up, right? So from that, you buy yourself another 4 yards. Hitting it slightly lower, you're about 130, just over 130 feet with AI Smoke.
Yeah.
Down at 110 with Elite.
Possibly a bit more run out when it lands.
Yeah,
as well.
definitely get more rollout. We've gone
Yeah.
from 296 to 303. 3 there. So that turns it from a 4-yard carry gain to a 7-yard total. So you're just giving yourself a few more revolutions in the fairway.
Cool.
As a result, spin rate stays very similar. Maybe goes up 10 RPM.
Yeah.
Went into ELYTE X, so new draw bias model. Ball speed jumps by 1 mile an hour. So again, 1 mile an hour is huge in our game.
Yeah.
To be able to, let's say, for a tour player, even average golfer, we can get 1 mile an hour ball speed gain. We're looking pretty good there. So carry stays the same. Rollout comes in a little bit. Height stays the same. We just see a spin increase there. So another 100 RPM.
Okay.
To the good. So.
And it's not like low, or it's like in the sweet spot, I would say. Like if I was hitting it a lot and I do get those toey ones and it does dip a lot, it's not going to go crazy low, is it? Like, again, that's where that consistency of the face is really coming into its own, I guess.
We had 2 here, the 2 spin rates here at 2.4, right? So
yeah.
You didn't have an average when you faded the ball and caught it low in the face.
Yeah.
From the slight heel side, there was a couple in there, good heely ones. Spin did jump, right? It did jump up.
Yeah.
But then when you had that shot that you don't like, and the one we're going to work on today, spin rate was at 2.4 when it was scoring.
See,
so
that's still good.
Like I was saying before, like days of old, like 1.4, not 2.4. So that's huge to be able to see that ball have that spin rate on and have that fighting chance with the Chrome Tour, the ball that you use on the golf course. So it's apples to apples here. And then another head coming in, triple diamond. So now there was one shot in that dropped your ball speed a little bit. We talked about it before. It's actually one of your longest carries so far with your lowest ball speed. So again, just goes to what's going on at the club face there.
Yeah.
So the average there was 169. Carry now is at 291. So from your driver, 281.5 to the new driver, so that's 10 yards. If you take off AI Smoke Max and pop on Triple Diamond Elite, you've bought yourself 10 yards there.
I can't give that up.
You're going to hit it 10 feet lower. You're going to spin it a little bit less as well.
Okay.
But that's 10 yards right out the gate using the same shaft. So.
But again, you say spin it less. It's not. It's 2.5.
It's 2.5, yeah.
Like that's
not
good, isn't it?
It's 200 RPM down to 250.
When launch monitors came out, that was like the sweet spot number that everyone wanted, wasn't it?
So, numbers are a little different now. I mean, even with these models we're talking about here, we're launching the ball higher these days. We're spinning it less. That's in terms of the crown, everything, new aerodynamics. We want the ball higher in the air. We want it less spin. That's how we hit bombs. So for you, there, 250 RPM drop, 3 mile an hour increase in ball speed, and then a 10-yard gain. That's we were going through just a fitting process. Someone came in off the street and asked for it. We're done there.
So is there now a fine-tuning aspect to this? If this is the head that I'm going to go for because 10 yards I can't give up, is there anything that we can do to this now to maybe help shaping or stop my miss left a little bit more? Or are you like, are we there? Is it that simple?
I'm a little bit more OCD, I would say, than being there already. I like to mess around with a little OptiFit setting here.
Okay.
You're playing in neutral. Yeah. And even if someone say, if you've been playing this setting for 10 years, I still want to just test it while you're here.
Okay.
And there's a big component of the shaft that's connecting, the club that's connecting you, which is the shaft. So I do want a bit of shaft test with you as well.
Okay.
We got some good results there, but let's just keep pushing. Let's
All right.
get out of it. Right?
Let's see.
So me and Chris went on to test 5 different other shafts. The Ventus Blue TR6S, the Graphite Design AD DI6 Stiff, Project X Denali Black 60 gram 6.0, Mitsubishi Kali Blue 60X, and then we went back to the Graphite Design AD DI6, but in an extra stiff. Now, it was super interesting when I was hitting these because when I tested my irons and got new ones, if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out, I could feel a difference in the shafts. But with these drivers that I was hitting, I couldn't feel any difference between any of them. So it wasn't like I could say, oh yeah, I really like the feel of this one. They all felt the same. So we went by the numbers and these were the results.
So to give you an idea of speeds, we really like this shaft. This is called the Denali Black 60. This is the Project X. Ball speed's now at 172. And just to take us all the way back to the start, entering driver was 166 average ball speed. So, like I said, we get an average on the robot of 2.5. You're at 6 mile an hour gain.
Yeah.
Now your average carry and total, so you can go from 282 and 296 total. Now we're seeing 294 carry and 314 total. Only thing I'm looking at here, I've got a perfect driver in your hand, but it's just a little bit low.
Okay.
A little bit low on height. And like I said before, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So
it's this one. What is this again?
So this is the new Project X shaft. It's a Denali Black.
Okay.
So this is their low launch, kind of low spin shaft. They've got a couple of iterations coming, but this is their kind of stock model for our driver. 60-gram shaft, stiff flex, works really well for you. Now, if we run back to last time we met and we did your irons, you really like Project X shafts.
Yeah.
You're loyal through the bag here.
Oh.
You like it in driver now, so
Yeah.
great shaft for you. What I'm going to do is, you've been playing a 9-degree driver in neutral.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is just pop 1 degree of loft on the face. So we're going to go to N+1.
Okay.
Knowing they're launching the ball slightly lower, with faster ball speed and slightly lower spins, we've got a bit of wiggle room there. So I'm going to put you into a 10-degree driver.
Okay.
9-degree head.
Nice.
Purely a height and launch thing there, just in terms of what lofts you are presenting to the golf ball.
So we're just looking for a little bit more launch and peak height.
From the golf club.
Yes.
Yeah, not from me.
Yeah, not from me. Yeah, that's hopefully what this.
This is,
extra
in terms of ball speed, this is 2 miles an hour faster than everything else. We've got great performance. I just want to see the ball a little bit higher. So we'll try this setting.
Oh, it's higher on the screen.
Okay, job done. 127 feet in the air there. Very nice.
Little heely one for you, just to put a little curve ball in
Yeah, I
there.
haven't seen a low heel for a while. You keep me on my toes with that one.
170
Mr. High Toe.
Like, again, that's just the ball speed and consistency of it is crazy.
So 169.7 ball speed, low heel with a cut on there.
I like it.
And then to run back to the current driver, that's nearly 4 miles an hour quicker.
I didn't think I'd be a triple diamond, more because of the looks. And I'm not saying that it doesn't look good, because the gloss and everything, it's just my...
Chevron, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's the chevron.
I could draw one on if you want.
Who do I speak to? I got someone in the tour must be able to stick one on.
Somebody's got a magic pen, I'm sure.
They've made my own golf balls before. Surely they could put one on.
You remember you had them on.
Perhaps they should put my face on it instead.
So
is that the winner?
That's the winner for me, yeah. So taking that from, I mean, it's a lot of change actually. You know, you tend to change quite a bit when we come in here. So
yeah.
We've changed the head style, so we've gone from AI Smoke Max into Triple Diamond. We've gone from 9 to 10 degrees, and we've also changed shaft as well. Really, the only thing staying the same is the weight and the length. Full change everywhere else. So new model, new shaft.
Amazing.
Way more distance.
More fairways, more distance.
Absolutely.
ELYTE, my driver. Triple Diamond. Wasn't expecting that. Thank you very much, Chris.
Pleasure, pal, as always.
So there you have it, Triple Diamond is going in the bag for 2025 and I am super excited to get it out on the golf course. Comment down below if you wrote in the comments Triple Diamond would be going in my golf bag. And remember, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up if you want to be entered into the giveaway to win yourself a brand new ELYTE Callaway driver and for it to be custom fitted. Thanks all for watching, hope you enjoyed it. See you all in the next one.